Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a sleep physician. If you have insomnia, this channel is for you. Brett from episode 158 asked me to do a video talking about these online groups where people talk about their insomnia, specifically Reddit. I believe that there can be times where you may want to explore those, but generally speaking, you have to be very, very cautious and particularly not go there when you are feeling stressed and anxious. Super nice having you back here. Hope you're doing fantastic today. And if you're new to the channel, then a big welcome to you, of course. I actually want to start off today by saying that, this amazing thing happened on the channel the other day. It was like episode 157, where I think that was the episode where we talked about Pexi Lopez. And then I think what happened was like Jonathan, another contributor to this channel, started having this conversation with Pexi, and Pexi was giving Jonathan like this really, really good advice. And I was just looking at it, it's like, oh, this is really happening right now. Like two of my viewers are like having this great exchange. And and then there's been other comments here. I think there was Thessil123 that said I've become a regular on the channel, and I was like, for the first time I'm starting to feel like this is like there's kind of community building on the channel, which is fantastic. Which then, I thought about this could also be a good segue to what I want to talk to you about today, which are these like online insomnia communities. And I think the really big one is like a Reddit community that is, at least the last time I checked, was like 18,000 members strong. And there's a big Facebook group I know also, and other ones as well. And by the way, my good friend insomnia coach Martin Reed has one as well on his site. Now, Brett, who I talked to over Instagram the other day, said, you should really do a video on like these, particularly on like the Reddit forum. And what had happened was that, going online and looking for information and landing on the Reddit page had really caused a lot of frustration or anxiety more for Brett. Like he read about these people that like never got over the insomnia. They had it chronic for years and years. And there are a couple of things I want to say. Like one point is one that I read from Sasha Stevens. Like she talks a lot about these online forums, and she basically said you shouldn't even go there. One point she makes is that like you have no idea who these people are, their background, and there's no reason to believe when something terrible happened in their case, like they've insomnia for years and years, there's no reason to believe that that's going to happen to you. You have no idea what's going on in their lives and their situation. Another concern that I have is that a lot of times these online groups, they can become almost like really a community for people with insomnia, people that really identify as insomniacs and really in a way don't want not to have insomnia because they want to belong to this group. So that's the problem. A lot of people, like in essence, like they don't want to get better. They may not want you to get better because they want to have this community. That's another big problem. Thirdly, like a lot of conversations are around like medications. People are just like, I tried this. Does this work for you? And it feeds this very destructive like search for that one thing that's going to fix your insomnia, which there isn't, And so I felt there was one more thing that I felt was concerning about these sites, but I think you get the gist of it. So now again, I want to point one more thing out, which is I've definitely seen on Reddit people that are anonymous but have like this deep CBT insight that are giving great advice. That's the minority, but there are people out there in these communities that are really trying to make the world a better place. Now, so I think if you kind of are in a good place and you're like, don't have much problem anymore, and or you're feeling very grounded and calm and etc., then you may be at a place where you could go on Reddit, for example, and just browse and see what's out there and like identify people that have really good insight and have an exchange with them. That could work. I know that Tuan, who I haven't talked to in a long time, which is usually a good sign when people don't email me, that's usually they're doing good. But Tuan, who contributed a lot to this channel, he actually found good advice on Reddit. So I think the like really thing I want to point out is like if you're having like a lot of anxiety, stress, worry about your insomnia, that's not a time to go online and explore. But I hope, going back to like what I started with here, I hope that this channel may be like a community where people hopefully stay on after they're doing better and help others, etc. That would be just amazing. As always, if you have any questions, leave a comment. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, or send me an email, daniel@insomniainsight.co. Hope to have you back here real soon. Until then, bye bye.